and so faithful to the whole program. Indeed, you deserve a wow. Shall we clap for our program director? Program director, each time you spoke about my kids, I'm a teacher. And when I speak, I don't like to compete with you when I speak. When a teacher is speaking, I don't have to compete with you because I'm a teacher. Thank you so much, Baba Shaban. You see, when you spoke about inviting parents, I then also remembered that I'm a parent. And then it came to my mind that whatever is being done by my child, I must be there to support. I was just worried by the number of male parents in our midst here, but I remembered that. We want to take the honors of welcoming the whole program. Whether we like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a pastor in the making. She's coming up. And we pray that the anointment of God continue, just like how David was chosen. Remember that you don't have to wait for 20 or 50 years for you to see the nature of anointment that you have. It takes just a moment for you to realize that indeed you've got that anointment. Can I also take this opportunity to thank everyone who organized this very same event. General Pierre, can I just say this thing? Because the matter of school safety has been dominating our meetings. I'm talking on behalf of Oba Butwala, who is not in here. And Baba Butwala is the director of teacher development and governance. One of the three sections that is giving him headache, it's school safety, which goes hand in hand with learner affairs and school governance, because they interact, they relate to one another. One of the key issues that as a department or as a directorate that we're facing currently is to ensure that we get a functional systems in ensuring that we've got school safety. However, generally, we've got a challenge in bridging the gap between school safety and school security. We'll all agree, we're seated here, that much as the department has got the responsibility of assisting us in giving us what we call school security, but all of us can ensure our own school safety. All of us can assure our own personal safety. When the general was speaking here, she said, it takes a person to make sure that he or she is safe. It takes a parent to ensure that the safety of his or her own family is guaranteed. It takes your own good self to realize that your own safety can only be guaranteed into your hands. We really acknowledge your words, General Pierre. We wish, as I was sitting there, as we're talking, I wish you could just talk and continue talking while I was actually listening to your way in which you have been motivating us. Because you went out of your role as the general, and then you spoke like a man. You spoke like a key figure of the troubled South Africa. All of us seated here, we shall agree, Bazaran, that the issue of South Africa is currently on a very serious challenge. Just yesterday, few learners were admitted in a hospital after they've taken poisonous, whatever they bought. And I'm speaking here as a former principal general. I'm speaking as a former principal who once witnessed the killing of a child in a school premises out of gang violence. A child died while I was looking at him helplessly without anything that I could do. So the issue of security is indeed a very important sector that we are currently working on. I can assure you, colleagues, that our own office and the offices that we are having in district, like Eshanzini in this case, the section that is being led by Umam Zenzi, we're trying all our best. Much as we're also concerned, all the areas that we're having, all the sectors that we're having in the department are asking ourselves this question: what are we doing to ensure that there is school safety? And then the question then comes down to citizens. What then are you doing in your district to ensure that there is school safety and security in your own schools. But I think we're all of us going out here with these ways to say, I am the protector of my own self. I can choose to be safe myself. There are things that are happening out of our own negligence. Let me also indicate that I really appreciate the partnership that we've seen today. The security sector, I may not mention you one by one, but we really acknowledge working with you as a department. Indeed, you are there. When you take our kids for prison visit, you are there. When you go to our school for such and such, you are also there. You are just all over, and we really acknowledge your presence and your to working with us. Indeed, we are committing ourselves as a department to ensuring that our continuous partnership and working with you must at the end of the day yield positive results, ensuring that our school and everybody who is attached to a particular school is basically safe. Our acknowledgement shall be useless if we don't acknowledge the principal of a school in absentia or causa and his SFT, together with the school governing body, who were behind the motivation of these beautiful kids who are sitting here today and receiving whatever they were receiving today. To my colleagues, teachers that are in here, we're saying as a department, we cannot thank you enough. We know the hardship that you're going through in the different schools, the issues that are basically facing. Some of it, I mean, other times in general, the very same kids insult our own teachers, but they soldier on because they said we are parents above everything. Let me acknowledge also our very own Junior M. Junior M, we think really we thank you. You like Mike is saying, is envying to go back to a classroom. When I am envying that I should have been part of your growth. It will have given me a pleasure to say, at least he's talking the English. One of the things that he's doing, I contributed in him. We salute you, my boy. Thank you so much. Can I also acknowledge our own guest speaker, Mr. Adams. I'm not sure if he's still here because it was looking like he was still in, it was very much now. Thank you so much for talking to these kids and these learners, reminding them to say that you are not going to be having the time that we're having forever. You will not have the time that we're having forever. No. Everything has got its own time. The book, the bishops that are here, the book of Ecclesiastes, everything has been allocated a particular moment or particular time. So these kids shall not be there forever. Above everything, let me acknowledge the office of the HOD in absentia for having allowed this occasion to take place, and everybody who has taken it all out for him or her to make sure that everything comes to the position where we are. Parents, continue to support your kids. Don't blame somebody else that you did not do well. In a responsibility that you are there to can actually make sure that it happens. There are parents who are always shifting responsibilities, bishops and leaders of church that are in here. They always say, yeah, someone is doing this. As we're sitting here, they were talking, we were saying that we'll find a parent coming to a school knowing that a cell phone is not allowed. To come and make noise that you have confiscated my son or my daughter's cell phone. No one accepts that we don't need cell phones in schools. What kind of a nation are we basically building? Colleagues, these kids that were standing here, there is someone who was working behind them. Shall we acknowledge him in absentia, Mr. Lord Chabal, who is not here, who has been leading in the country on everything that he has actually seen here. Above everything, we're saying to you as you travel to your different home, safe journeys.